You're the best rapper in Kenya and Nigeria. That's a fact, man. And in one of your captions, you said you're coming for the South.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I mean exactly.
Take over.
We're about to take over. East Africa has something to say, and I say that because a lot of times, first of all, we have to acknowledge the fact that the South is, as far as African hip hop goes, the South has always been very vocal. You know, they've been very vocal. But the issue that I have with the people from the down south is they don't like working with, they don't like collaborating with other rappers from other countries. And I try to get a couple of these known ass niggas, you know, for features. And I'm professional with music. I know the steps to follow. There's no way I can just decide to call Nasty C today. Nasty C, I want you on my song. Definitely the procedure, there's a certain procedure you have to follow, get the manager, blah, blah, blah. But they're going to take you, you know, rounds and rounds, and nobody got no time for that, man. Sometimes, you know, real recognize real. It's bullshit when you're trying to act as if you're on top and the other people don't even matter. So yeah, and my sentiments were based off, you know, those facts. So that's why I said, yo, I'm coming down. I'm coming to take over the South as well. And when I said me, I didn't only mean KHALIGRAPHA Jones, but East Africa in general. Yeah, we about to take over this bitch. You know,
It is what it is.
It is
man.
what it is, man.
Come on and go, kuja na mbogi gade. Come on and go, kuja na mbogi gade. Come on and go, missing a worry, missing a worry.
It's a brand new decade, happy 2020, and we're right here at Blue Ink, man. A lot of hits have been made from this studio, a lot of classics. And what I'm holding on my hand right now is the Sound City MVP Award, Best Hip Hop Act, KHALIGRAPHA Jones. In short, Best Rap Act from Africa. How you doing, big dog?
I'm easy, my G.
Happy New Year, big homie.
Yeah, we out here, man. Happy New Year to you too, bro.
2020 started off well?
Yeah, God is good. We are grateful for the blessings, as you can see right there. We started with that, and so far so good.
Such a beauty, and it's a bit heavy. We just started off on a high note, man. I've been saying, like, you got brand new videos coming through, brand new album. Testimony 1990 was a classic. You know, there was so much. There was pain, there was love, there was you growing from, you know, just being an artist who's on the upcoming and to being now a gatekeeper. Let me say that. Album number 2, is it the same follow-up?
I mean, the intention is the same. Because when I was doing Testimony in 1990, basically the whole aim of the album was to present myself to the people in, you know, various perspectives. Because people only know KHALIGRAPHA Jones, the commercial KHALIGRAPHA Jones with the songs like Yeah Go, blah 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 and all that. So I was just trying to show them a different side of me with you know, tracks, different tracks off the album. And on the second album, it's sort of like the same direction, but only that this time around it's gonna be wide in terms of content. Maturity level is also peak level, you know, because this is 2020 and I'm turning 30 years old, so that goes to tell you that definitely my
another level.
Yeah, I'm no longer a kid, man, so definitely you already know what it is, but it's gonna be a banger. I've already started working on it. I've had conversations with big names from different countries, and I just want to see how the outcome is going to be, but so far so good.
When it comes to, you know, different kind of sounds, are we gonna listen, are we gonna hear you try out a little bit of, you know, the West African sound, some Afrobeat, some gengeton when you come to the East? Is it like a mashup, or you just maintain the strict hip-hop kind of vibe?
You know, the thing with when you're making an album, then for me or with me, it all depends with the zone that I'm in. If I'm in that zone of making you know, an Afro track, then I might take it to that direction. But it's all about the zone. Basically, just like I said, I want people to know KHALIGRAPHA. So knowing KHALIGRAPHA doesn't necessarily mean that I have to jump on a gengeton for you to, you know, have some bit of info about who the OG is. But it's all going to come down to the zone. At the end of the day, it's the zone. If I'm ready to take that direction of you know, Afro, Genge, whatever, then maybe. But as of now, I just want people to know who the OG is.
Yeah, yeah. Is there any artist, especially when let's concentrate in the East, yeah? Is there any artist that you feel has a huge impact and magnitude like you, if you can count them?
I mean, we have a couple of people doing their own individual things. I've seen in Tanzania the way they receive their people, their artists. I've seen guys like Diamond getting up on stage and the crowd just goes crazy, bananas. Like the whole Wasafi team. I've seen Darasa, the rapper from Tanzania as well. I mean, in Uganda it's also the same. We got this kid called
Famika.
Exactly, man. Yeah. In Kenya, OG's OG. I mean, everybody's doing their own thing, and I believe we are. The thing with me, I don't always want to make it look like it's a competition. I'm not trying to compete with nobody. I'm only competing with myself, you know.
You know, at the end of the day, man, the fans will always keep.
And that's why we let that. We give that. We put it out there for the fans to decide who is on top and who is you know, who is the man.
Yeah.
But for me, I can't say because I'm just doing my own thing. My responsibility is to ensure that the fans are entertained. Yeah. That's what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Kenyan music, man, what is your future vision this year?
What is the intention, man? I mean, the intention is the same, only that we're taking it to a notch higher. First of all, with this win, I was able to I started thinking differently in terms of recognition.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about recognition. I mean, if these people are out there and they're able to see what we're doing here, then that automatically means that if you put in more work, then there's just like I said,
there's a prize, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the intention this year is basically to blow up. Now, I'm not talking about blowing up or taking East African music global, you know.
Yeah. For me and where I sit at, you know, as someone who deals with so many artists, I feel like there's the young generation that we are having right now, they don't have like the blueprint of how to maintain that consistency. Because you see, you find an artist, it's hard today, after 2 weeks, boom, they're gone. Is this something that you've tried to sit down with them and just try to show them the path, man? This is the way, you gotta have a vision into it. What normally happens, bro, from a big bro perspective as you?
We have this new wave, Gengeton wave, and these kids, when they put out a song, they get massive, you know, amounts of hits on YouTube. Like they get like 4 million. I've never gotten 4 million views on YouTube. Me as Calligraph Jones, you know, they get 4 million hits. They get 5 million hits, and the way it's perceived right now is that the more YouTube views you have, the more successful you are.
The more influential you are.
Exactly. So when they see that, and when you put out a song, for instance, and it blows up and everybody's talking about it, and I come to you, me as Calligraph Jones, my songs have like 1 million hits, 2 million hits, and you're like, what are you trying to tell me, man? My song is bigger than your song. So there's nothing you can tell, there's no advice you can give me. I'm thinking maybe that's where people usually go wrong, because building a brand is more than music. You know, it's a business at the end of the day.
When it comes to proper info, man, let's say now today the president calls you, your Calligraph, come through, let's sit down, give me the plan. What is it that we need to do to work? Because I feel like the talking time is over. You, where you stand, what are the solutions you think we need to come up with?
First of all, I don't believe I will be in a position to offer solutions like that. Only me as myself as Calligraph Jones. If I was to be called by the president right now, and definitely first thing I'd do is that I'll call upon, you know, fellow artists, you know, have a forum and a function, maybe sit down and talk about these matters, you know, write some things down that, you know, when we go to the president, we're able to present all these things to the president and make him understand. It's not just a matter of going to the president and say, yo, I want you to remove these people, because that's not how these things usually work. I mean, if you're in the music business, then you would understand the basics of all this. So yeah, just like I said, I get different artists from, you know, whatever, sit down, come up with proper strategies and see how to go about that.
And you know, niggas started hating, man. How did that beef with Black Bones come up, man?
I guess it's it's always expected when we have such things happening where the outcome, you gotta get the winner, and you have to, people also lose at the end of the day, you see. So once we emerge the winner, definitely that's gonna bring about mixed reactions and stuff. So I'm thinking of that. He was a little bit pissed off, but it is what it is. It's just life, man.
Yeah, man. Did you even see it coming? Did you even know the dude?
I mean, I knew it was gonna happen. Probably, maybe not from him, but I knew it was gonna happen because the category where I was placed in had a lot of names. People from all over Africa, rappers from yeah. So definitely, I knew somebody was gonna get a little bit pissed off because of KHALIGRAPHA taking this. So it was expected, man. But it is what it is.
And then respect the OGs is a line that everybody uses nowadays. You know, you walk around, you just see somebody. If you want to command respect, hey bro, respect the OG. What are your plans? You know, for that tagline? You plan to start like a foundation, an academy coming through? Respect the OGs Academy. That would be fire, man.
I plan on what is this term called? No, they definitely
copyright the name.
Exactly, yeah. So once we get that, then we can see, you know, how to go about that. Cause man, as of now, we're just pushing the brand. That's what we're doing as of now. But future plans is we're just waiting to see how things are going to unravel and know what direction to take with it. Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. Looking at you, like having more artists under you, let's say, you've done that with Kali Cartel, you know, but are you planning to have now somebody under your arm and just put them close?
I mean, for different reasons, sometimes I try to stay away from that.
Yeah.
And this is because I feel like for you to do that, you have to be ready. I try to do it at some point, and you know, ideas were clashing, and you know, I'm also an artist as well. Yeah. And when you have somebody else under you, sometimes, you know, they also want to sing with Hove, man. You see, so people get a little bit over ambitious, and they're like, "Yo, Jones, why is it that I'm not on your level?" And so we try to avoid that. Yeah. And until I'm ready, that's when I'm gonna do that. But as of now, I just want to push my brand. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm also affiliating myself with young, unrecognized, talented artists, rappers, musicians from whatever. So that's what I'm doing right now. If you're gonna see a lot of collaborations as well with up and coming artists. Kali Cartel 4 is coming. That's what I usually do, man. I like working with people who are unknown, because my intention of working with a person is not about the money you got, the amount of followers you got, but it's always based on talent. So yeah, man, that's what I be doing. But signing people right now, still not yet.
You're the best rapper in Kenya and Nigeria. That's a fact, man. And in one of your captions, you said you're coming for the South.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I mean exactly. Take over. We're about to take over. East Africa has something to say, and I say that because a lot of times, first of all, we have to acknowledge the fact that the South is, as far as African hip hop goes, the South has always been very vocal. You know, they've been very vocal. But the issue that I have with the people from the down south is they don't like working with, they don't like collaborating with other rappers from other countries. And I try to get a couple of these known ass niggas, you know, for features. And I'm professional with music. I know the steps to follow. There's no way I can just decide to call Nasty C today. Nasty C, I want you on my song. Definitely. The procedure, there's a certain procedure you have to follow, get the manager, blah blah blah, but they're gonna take you, you know, rounds and rounds, and nobody got no time for that, man. Sometimes, you know, real recognize real. If it's bullshit when you're trying to act as if you're on top and the other people don't even matter. So yeah, and my sentiments were based off, you know, those facts. So that's why I said, yo, I'm coming down. I'm coming to take over the South as well. And when I said me, I didn't only mean KHALIGRAPHA Jones, but East Africa in general. Yeah, we about to take over this bitch. You know,
it is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
Yo, bro, I've seen a lot of artwork around, man. How many do you get in a day?
I get a bunch. I get a bunch. All these are gifts from fans. I don't commission people to, do them for me. Sometimes when I'm called to perform and I pull up to the venue, we always have these fans who present me with the gifts. So they're all fans, fan gifts, which I humbly, appreciate, and I just take. Sometimes you decide to give them a little bit token of appreciation,
The new album, are you in a place where you can tell us how many songs, or like who should we expect on the album? Any name? You have a name as well?
As of now, I think the only track that I can confirm that's already recorded that's on the album is the one with Sarkodie.
Okay.
The one with Sarkodie. I've done a track with Sarkodie. Hopefully gonna be dropping it pretty soon. Want to do a video for that first before we put it out.
In Nairobi?
No, I have to travel to Ghana. Yeah, I have to travel to Ghana to have it shot. Yeah, other than that, man, I'm still putting them tracks together. The track is gonna compile of I'm thinking maybe maximum 14 tracks.
Yeah.
But I want to record like at least a good 40 tracks, and I'm gonna pick the best 14 off the
Wow. Is it hard? Do you always like have a team, or what kind of how do you know this song is gonna make it to the album?
At the end of the day, I'm the one. I make the final decision.
Yeah.
Even if I had a team and I have them listen to the song, it doesn't. I have to fill the track. At the end of the day, it's all about me, and I just have to fill the track. Sometimes when I make an album, I make it it has a theme, and if all these tracks are falling into this theme that I have, then that's how they make the cut. That's how I usually do it, but I have to fill the track. Yeah.
Africa is really opening up. The global market is ready for Africa right now. We are seeing a lot of change, and it has started well off with music. When do you feel like the East? Do you feel like the East is time for us to now come together as one, just push one product out there as the East? Because we've seen in West Africa is working.
Yeah, in West Africa is working.
Yeah.
When I was attending the Sound City Festival. We were invited, a couple of people, from East Africa. There was Diamond. There was who else? KHALIGRAPHA. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of people. And honestly speaking, I didn't know I was going to be awarded. I was going to be given this trophy right here. So when they called out my name, what people don't know is that sometimes I'd spend my own money to attend these things, because your presence sometimes means a whole lot more than the music that you put out. Once these people see you, then they'll see the amount of seriousness you got.
As well.
Exactly. So when they call me up on stage, I'm with my manager, I'm with Francis, KHALIGRAPH Jones. I'm like, what? KHALIGRAPH Jones, man. It takes me like a good 2 minutes before I get up on stage. I get up on stage, I hadn't even prepared a speech, because I'll tell you this for free, I didn't think I could be able to win this with all the names they put out there. Yeah. But when I get on stage and I delivered a very simple speech, I said I did not only speak on behalf of Kenya, but for East Africa in general, and I say the East has something to say, So the intention of the speech was just to say that, or just to show the people that in East Africa, we need to come together. Because that's how we are viewed out there. They don't view Kenya as Kenya.
East Africa
is East Africa, you see. So I believe if we come together, if we combine our forces, then we have a very high likelihood of, just taking it to the next level.
Oh man, and I couldn't live without asking this, man. We've seen clips of Yes Bana, you and Bien. Is it you featuring Sauti Sol or you with Bien?
It's KHALIGRAPH Jones featuring Bien. Yeah. It's a dope track.
Yeah.
I wanted to put it out this week. I couldn't because of different circumstances. This is when we had this Nigerian Kenyan beef, blah blah blah. So we was just riding with that wave. Now that the wave has died down, so I'm thinking about dropping it like 2 days from now.
Okay.
Definitely gonna top charts because it's a crazy.
It's a banger.
Track. It's a banger.
I like
bro.
the video.
Yeah.
I like also the styling.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Like you'll see that, man. That shit is crazy for real.
Wow, I think we've touched on more, man. You can just give us a parting shot. You can tell us
man.
what's popping, man.
Everything is popping. My people in Australia, the OGs pulling up. I'm gonna pull up and then.
First time being.
I haven't been
there?
Yeah, Australia. I never been to Australia before. This is my first time. I'm gonna be traveling there. You know, got a couple of gigs where I'm supposed to perform at. I'm also gonna be touring the States again. But it's gonna be a very brief tour because I have to get back and finish the album. I'm trying to get the album ready before mid this year. So yeah.
And now the last one, who inspires the OG?
I mean everything. Yeah, I'm getting inspiration of this interview that we're doing right now. I'm getting inspiration when I chuck from the cribs in the morning from my family. Little baby girl, my wife. Like. My people out here in the office, my manager gives me motivation and inspiration. I'm just basically I feed off everything that happens in my day-to-day activities. Yeah, that's where I get all my inspiration from, man.
We come to the end of our first ever one-on-one. I had KHALIGRAPHA, man. We had Blue Ink. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Big Dog, always a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for having us. Cannot wait. 2020 looking super dope. Not only just for KHALIGRAPHA, but also for the country and the continent at large. This has been Tuzidi Nahaso, the first episode of 2020. So best believe that more to come. Till next time, bless up.